Hi all. In this session, we are going to discuss about operators. What are the operators and why do we need to use the operators in Java? We will discuss. Operator is nothing but a symbol. Okay, let me open any whiteboard so that we'll see detail. Okay. So as I said, operator is a symbol. What's the point of or why do we need to use the operator? If you want to perform any calculation, suppose I have a variable, I have 5 and I have b variable 6. If I want to do any operation, suppose I want to add addition, suppose 5 plus 6. So this kind of operations, we will use this operators, right? Symbols I'm saying, addition. I want to subtract, I'll use the subtract operator. If I want to multiply, so I'll use multiplication operator like this. And also this is for calculations, right? And also if I want to compare the values, variable values, suppose A is a big one or B is a big one. A is a 5, right? B is a 6. Now B is a big, right? So if you want to compare the variables, so which one is a big, which one is a more number, which one is a less number, like that. So if you want to do perform any calculations or comparisons, we will use the operators. So how many types of operations we have in Java? Let's see. So we have these many operators. These are the types of operators. First, arithmetic operators. So step by step, we will go one by one. Now we will try to understand the arithmetic operators. What is the arithmetic operators? So we have arithmetic operators. These are the operators available in the arithmetic category. So addition, plus symbol is nothing but addition. Minus is a subtraction, and multiplication. Star means multiplication. This division operator. This we can call as a modulo operator. So let's quickly see how it will work. So let me take any example, or else I will directly try to explain in the Java program so that at a time we can execute these arithmetic operators. So let me go to any program. So yeah, here if you observe, I'm just taking int 5. For time being, this is just take it off. Okay, now I have one variable called x equal to 5. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking one more variable. I'm just addition. Like if I want to add any value with this variable of x, what I will do x plus 5. So what's the x value here? 5, right? 5 plus 5. So the 10 value it should plus variable contains the 10 value. So I'm just printing that plus value here. Similarly, I'm just minus operator. How I can use the minus operator? This is a addition operator, right? Plus I'm using. Now minus operator, that means subtraction operator. So x minus 3, 5 minus 3. So that 2 will become the output. And similarly, multiplication. What's the x value? 5, right? 5 asterisk 2. That means multiply 5 into 2. 10 it should come. Similarly, divide x 5 by 2. That is a 2. Modulo is nothing but percentile symbol, right? This we are calling as a modulo. X by modulo 2. That means remainder will come. So as we are aware of that, this is a straightforward plus operator. Just we can use the plus operator, addition. Minus operator is a straightforward, and multiplication also we are aware of that. Now try to understand divide and modulo. So how it will become. If you, okay, let me take what I have taken, x equal to 5, right? Okay. We'll try to we will try to understand the difference between the divide and modulo. We can call it as a modulo. Suppose x equal to 5. I have 5. 5 divided by 2. That means what? We are dividing with 2. 2 2 is 4. 5 minus 4, 1. So we are aware of that. This is a quotient. This is a remainder, right? So if you uh, use the divide symbol, what will get it? Quotient will get it. The output is 2. If I use 5 modulo 2, remainder as a output. What is the output here? 1 is the output. So this is a difference between divide and modulo. Now see. See, just go to program. See, x by 2. That means 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is what? Divide operator. See, 2. 2 is our what? 2 is our modulo. And similarly, x per modulo 2. That means 5 modulo 2. Remainder is 1. This is the difference between these two. So we tried to, we understood that now. Arithmetic operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, divide, and modulo. These are about the arithmetic operators. I hope you can understand these things. And let's go to next operators, or the next unary operators. What are the unary operators? Unary operators, we have unary plus, unary minus, we can say this minus, and increment and decrement values, right? Okay, so let's see this unary operators. What it will do exactly, we'll try to understand. Let me go to here. Suppose, okay, unary plus is a straight, okay, or else I'll try to explain you here so that you can get more idea. We have unary plus, unary minus, and increment value by the decrement value. This is a exclamation. So unary plus, what is a unary plus? It will give, it will multiply by with, it will, okay, let me write it, multiply with 1. Okay, this is multiply with minus 1. This increment means, suppose I have int 5. So if I want to increase, actually it will increase by 1. 5 plus 1, that means 6. So increment is nothing but it will increment the value by 1. That means 1 value it will increase. Suppose now 5 plus 6. If suppose I have 10. So if I increment that value, it will become 11, like that. It will increment by 1. And decrement means similarly, it will decrement by one value, 1. Suppose I have 11. 11, if I decrement operator, if I use, that means how it will become? So 10, it will become 10, like that. So let's see 1 by 1. Okay, this is a exclamator, this is a reverse of this. We'll see this. So first, let me go to, I have, let me take x equal to 5. So if I print this value, what will happen? X if I print 5. So even this is a straightforward, right? X I'm printing means 5 out. What is the output? 5 is output. Suppose similar way, if I print this plus x, that means unary operator I am using before the variable plus x. The what's the output? Output also is 5 only, because it will multiply with 1, right? 5 into 1 5 only it will become. What is a unary minus? Minus is nothing but, let me print this value with minus, unary minus, and variable. What's the outcome? It's a minus 5, because it will multiply with minus 1. 5 into minus 1. Okay, minus 5 it will become. So this is about unary plus and minus. We'll discuss about the increment values and decrement values. Okay, first we'll try to see here. Here if I go to unary, okay, now let's see these values. See, I'm using, let me run it. We'll try to understand what is happening. Unary plus. What's the value of minus 1? Okay, for understanding this positive value, I'll take it. Let's see what happens. See, unary plus. Unary plus means just I am using plus operator, plus unary minus. Sorry, unary plus. So we calling it unary plus, right? So what's the value? 10 only, because 10 into 1. Okay, 10. And unary minus, what will happen? This minus value, it will vice versa. Suppose if you use 10, the unary minus value is 10. If you use minus 10, what will happen? It will be plus, right? Let me run it so that you'll get understood. See, unary minus plus 10, like that. It will change the negative value to positive, positive values to the negative. Okay. Now coming to the increment value, decrement value. Okay, two things here we need to remember. Okay, what is a increment value and what is a decrement value? Increment value is it will increment the value with 1. Decrement value is it will decrease the value by 1. Okay. Suppose value is 5. If I increment, value will become 6. If I decrement value, it will become 4 like this. Okay. This is increment and decrement by 1. Okay, fine. Now, here two concepts we have, pre-increment and post-increment. If you use, okay, however, yeah, in the same way, here also increment also pre and post increment. Here pre and post decrement. Okay, we'll try to understand what is a pre-increment and what is a post-increment. Okay, pre-increment is nothing but, let's assume I have x equal to 5. Okay, this is my variable. So if I use increment operator, what is the increment operator? Plus plus. What is the decrement operator? Minus minus, right? So if we use this increment operator before the variable in the sense, suppose plus plus x. So this is a, we are calling as a pre-increment. What's a post-increment? Post-increment is if you use increment operator after the variable, then we are calling as a post-increment. Okay, let's try to understand here what will happen if I use pre-increment, what will happen if I use post-increment. Suppose, okay, let me take this example only so that we will understand more. I don't want to take this again. Okay, now let's see what I'm using. I have int I equal to 2. Okay, the current I value is 2, right? So as I said, pre-increment, because I'm using increment operator before this variable, right? This is a pre-increment. What will happen if you use this pre-increment? First, value. Okay, let me try to execute it so that I'll explain you what happened exactly. If you see my screen, what's a pre-increment? I value is 3, because if you use increment value, initially 2, right? I value is 2. Now 2 plus 1, that means 3. J value, this 3, it will be stored into the J. Okay, this is about the pre-increment. What about post-increment? And we'll see the difference. What exactly, I mean, what is the difference? So let me just run this post-increment. What is a post-increment? I'm using this plus plus symbol, okay, in the after the variable. That is a post-increment I'm saying, right? Okay, let's try to understand here what is happening. Now see, I value is 3. 2, I just post increment, right? 1, 2 plus 1, 3. I value is 3. But J value, if you observe, 2 only. See, J value is 2 only. That means what is happening here is, see, initially pre-increment, what happens? First, this increment the I value and it will assign into the J. That means, okay, let me try to explain again so that it will be clear. Here, if you see what is happening here, let me run it. See, I value is 3, J value is 3. That means what is happening when you use the pre-increment operator, automatically that 2 is become 3. The value is incremented and that incremented value will be stored into the J. That is the reason I equal to 3 and J equal to 3. But in the post increment, what is happening? So initial value, first it will assign into the J and then that value will be incremented. That is the reason J value, there it is a 2 only. Okay. I hope you can understand this. So this is the pre-increment. This is a post-increment. Let me try to run again post-increment. So you try to understand. Now J value is 2 only, because before incrementing the value, that value is assigning to the J, after that increment is happening. But in the pre-increment, value first it will increment and that incremented value will be stored into the J. That is the difference. Now try to understand couple of examples so that you will get more clarity. Or else pause the video and try to execute from your side so that you can understand more. Now here see, if you see this example, what I am doing is, see, int I equal to 1. Now I am using pre-increment. Okay, pre-increment in the sense plus plus I am using before the variable, right? So plus 4. Now see, what is the output of this? Can you guess? Can you give us the output of this? Meanwhile, I'll just try to run this so that I'll get more clarity. See, I value, how much is initially 1, correct? Initially, I value is 1. Now, it will become 2 because we are incrementing, right? 2. 2 plus 4, 6. 6 value stored into the J. This is very clear. Like first, increment the value and then store that value into the J. But what about post? Post, what will happen? Let's try to understand here so that here, see, what will happen here? Post, what's the output? You won't get that 6, right? Because what will happen here is, see, 5 only. Why? Because first initially 1, right? 1 plus 4. Okay, 5. 5 it's stored and then increment the value. Then I become 2 like this. Okay. So only difference is in the pre-increment, what will happen is increment the value and then assign that value into the J. But in the post increment, what will happen is assign the first assign the value, then increment this I value like this. Okay. This is about the pre-increment and a post-increment. Similarly, we have concept called pre-decrement and post-decrement. If you see here, quickly, what I'm doing is pre-decrement. I'm just decrementing the value. Currently, I equal to 2, right? I'm just using minus minus 1. Before the value, I'm just using this value, right? A decrement value. I become 0 because initially 2. It will decrement the 1. That means 1. That value will be stored into the J. And if you use same way in the post decrement, what will happen? See, I took I equal to 2 here and I will use I minus minus. That means after that variable I'm using minus minus, right? This is a post decrement. So initial value is 2, I value is 2. But if you use post decrement, what will happen? 2 minus 1. It will become I as 1. But J value is 2 because this initial value is stored. So in the post, main difference is in the pre, what will happen? In the pre, first increment the value and then assign that value into the variable. In the post, what will happen? First assign the variable and after that, that value will be decrement or increment will happen. Okay, this is about the increment, pre-increment and post-decrement. And here, and also you cannot apply these values, okay, these increment and decrement operators for numbers. What will happen if I use these numbers? Suppose if you see, I'll take, okay, let me take this example. I have int I variable. So if I try to use the operators, increment or decrement operators before with the numbers, what will happen? It won't allow. Okay, only with the variables we can use these operators, increment or decrement operators. This is the example. Suppose in the 9, before 9 I have used increment. So post increment, I tried to do that pre decrement, post decrement. So it is not allowed. So we can use only with the variables, not with the numbers. Okay. Now, this is about the okay, fine. This is about the unary operators, right? We have seen unary operators. Now, assignment operators. What is the assignment operators? Assignment operators, first of all, why are we using the assignment operators? Assignment operators are used to assign the values to the variables. Let's see, I mean, how we can assign the values to the variables. So what are the different types of assignment operators we have? If you see my screen, so these are the assignment operators. See, equals to, okay, plus equal, minus equal, and star equals. What is this? What happening here? What is happening? If you see my screen here, these are the operators. I'm saying, suppose this is a operator, right? Equals to. So example, if I take x equal to 5, what will happen? The output is 5. Similarly, if you assign like this, variable plus equals to 3, that means that nothing but x equal to x plus 3. What's the initial value? Suppose if I take x, consider as x 5. 5 plus 3, 8. Similarly, if you assign value like this, suppose see, if you see, minus equals to 3. That means x equal to x minus 3. 5 minus 3 equal to 2. Similarly, asterisk equals to. What will happen? X equal to x star 3. 5 into 3 is 15. So this is a divide. 5 by 3. Mod is a quotient is 1. X x means nothing but 5 modulo by 3. That means remainder, it will become, it will output as a remainder, right? As I said sometime before. So output is 2. So I hope this is a straightforward assignment operators. If you use the operators like this, so it will nothing but like this: x equal to x plus 3, x equal to x minus 3, like this. It will become. So based on this, output will come. Quickly, I'll just try to run this assignment operators. See what is happening here. Okay, assignment operator. Okay, first assignment operator, I'll just take this and just disabling this. Now try to run it. What will happen? See assignment operator. First initial x num is suppose 5, right? After that, I'm using plus equals to, right? 5 plus 3, 8. After that, minus. Okay. Where is this one or else total? I'll take it. Hmm. Now let us take one by one, like so that it will be clear for understanding. Now see what will happen. See 2. After that again, suppose you will just, I don't want to print that minus value. So now let me run it. See assignment operator 2, right? Okay. This is enable. That is the reason 2 times it is printing. Now see, let me try to, so 2. What is the 2? Assignment operator, what I have used minus equals 2. That means x equal to x minus 3, x equal to 5 minus 3, 5 minus 3 equal to 2. Similarly, you can just try with multiplication assignment operator, like how it will be worked. Suppose one variable asterisk equals to 3. That means x equal to x star x asterisk 3. That means 5 into 3, 15, like this. So as we are aware of that, by divide nothing but quotient will come, 5 by 3. What's output? 5 by 3. So it will become 2. And similarly, modulo. Modulo, as we know, it's a remainder as a output. So this is a 2, like this. So these are the assignment operator. These are the straightforwards. If you see this, so you'll remember this. If you assign any value like this, so these are the examples. Suppose x plus a equal to 3. So what is nothing but x equal to x plus 3, x minus equal to 3. That is nothing but x equal to x minus 3, x equal to x star 3, like this, by 3, divide 3, or modulo 3, like this. So this is a straightforward assignment operators. If you use any assignment operators, why are we using assignment operators? If you want to assign the values to the variables like this, we can assign these values. Okay, next, relational, or we can say comparison operators. Let me go to this one. Yeah, assignment operator completed, right? Relational, or we can say comparison operator. So what is a relational or comparison operators? So these are the operators available in the relational or comparison, we can say. So this we are calling as a equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. If I take any example like this, suppose x equal to 5. Let's consider I have two values, x equal to 5, y equal to 3. So x equal to double equals to y. That means equal. I'm just comparing x value and y value here. X equal to y, it will return the boolean value, either false or true will get it if you use this relational comparison operator. So if it is equal, then true, but in this case it is 5 is not equal to 3, right? Then false. If similarly not equals to, so if this is not equals to, then means true. If it is equal, then it will become false, like that. So x greater than equal to, greater than y. Greater than y means which value is big, like x value is 5, right? 5 greater than 3, that means true will become, I mean you will get the output as a true. X less than 5, less than 3, that false. And similarly, if it is a greater than equals to, that means if it is equal or greater than, then it will become true. So less than equal to, like this will, if you take 5 less than or equal to y. This is a false because this is a 5 is a more and this is a not equal also. That is a reason. However, I mean, just quickly we'll compare this. Okay, or execute this. We'll get to know. So if I take this, see, I'm just taking a few examples here, like x equal to 5, just variable y1 I have taken 3. So if you use x equal to y, yes or no, it will, okay, how it will print if you see, or else I'll take simply, yeah, 5 equals to 3. It's a false, right? It's not equal to 3. That is the reason false. X 5 not equal to 3. That means true. X less than, sorry, greater than y. That means true. Because 5 is more, right, than 3. That is the reason. Now, less than, x less than y. It's a false, obviously, because 5 is more bigger than the 3. And true. And x greater than or equal to y. That is a true. X less than or equal to y. That's a false. So these are the straightforward relational operators. If based on these conditions, it will give the Boolean values, either true or false based on the condition. If condition satisfies, it will true. If not, if it gives the false. Okay, this is about the relational or comparison, we can say, operators. These are the operators available. Okay, now logical operators. Logical operators we have. What are the logical operators we have? Logical operators we have. These are the logical and. Okay, only main three we have: logical and, we can say, logical or, and logical not. These are the three things. This we are say ampersand ampersand is a logical and. This is a logical or. This is a logical not. So if both statements are true, then it will become true. This is also gives the Boolean values, either true or false. Output as a true or false. So if both conditions, suppose here if you see example, x less than or equal to 3. That means suppose consider x equal to 5 here. 5 less than or equal, 5, sorry, 5 greater than 3 and x less than 10. If both satisfies, then it will become true. If one of the condition not satisfied, then it is false, like this. And logical are, any of the two statements are correct or true, then the output will be true. And similarly, logical not means any of the, I mean, it's a vice versa. Suppose if all statement is true, it will become false. If all statement is false, then it will become false. If it is, I mean, vice versa. If it is true, it will become false. If it is false, it will become true, like this. And quickly, if I take this example, you'll get to know. Suppose what I'm going to do here is, see, Boolean operator. Sorry, we are discussing about logical operator, correct? See, here what is happening? Okay, let me take this out. Variable value is different. Fine. Yeah. Now see, I have just taken LX, logical X, just LX is a variable name. Okay, I have taken 5. As I said, we have logical and, logical or, logical not, right? Okay, logical and. What is happening? If both the statements are true, then it will become true. Let's run this. See, true, right? Why it is true? Just assume what is happening here. Uh, First initial value is I is 5, right? 5 greater than 3. Is the statement true? Correct, right? 5 is a bigger. This is a true. And logical AND operator I am using. And again, 5 less than 10. This statement is also correct because 10 is bigger than 5. So if in this way both statements are correct, that is the reason it is giving true. First true. And next, similarly, if any of one statement also, it will become true, right? If you use the logical or, suppose 5 greater than 3, or symbol I'm using here. So this statement is true or false, correct, right? 5 is bigger than 3. This is a correct statement. Second statement I'm using, 5 greater than less than 4. See, this statement is false. The statement is false because 5 is greater than 4. Okay, but this statement is false. But even though it is giving true, why? Because this statement is correct. So any of the one statement is correct, then it will become true, or else it is false. Okay, similarly, in the both statements are false actually in this case. That is the reason vice versa it will give true. That means simply if I write here 5 less than 3. See, this is a false statement I am returning. And one more statement I am returning 5 greater than 10. See, both the statements are false here. But here it is given true. Okay, this is about the if it is a both the statements are false, that is the reason true. If both statements are true, it will give the false. This is about the operator of logical operators. Okay, next Boolean operators. Okay, Boolean operators. What are the Boolean operators? So logical operators we have completed, right? Now Boolean operators. What are the Boolean operators we have? So Boolean operators we have. If you see Boolean AND, this we are calling as a Boolean AND. This we are calling as a Boolean OR. This we are calling as a Boolean NOT. So this is a straightforward. Suppose if I have two Boolean values, based on the comparison of these values will become the value. Suppose A one variable true, B variable false. A and B, what will happen? True and false. It will become false, right? A and A, true and true. It will become true. False and false. It will become false. The output is false. A is true, right? Not true. That means opposite of this false. And Boolean not B. Boolean not false means opposite of false, true. So or false or false, false, like this. Simply this is a just straightforward. So what will happen is if you have two types of Boolean variables, two Boolean variables, just you are using this Boolean operator. If true means like see, suppose here A1 and B1, that is nothing but true and false. What will happen? It will become false, right? Let me run it. See, A1 and B1. Yeah, true and false. What will happen? True. This is the output. And A1 into A1, true and true, true only. And B1 into B1, false into false, false only. Sorry, 1, 2, oh yeah, B1, false into false, true, correct. False into false, right? True. A1, logical not I'm using, sorry, Boolean not A1. That means what? Opposite of true, it will become false, right? And similarly, opposite of false, it will become true, like this. So like this it will print. So next, this is about the Boolean OS, Boolean operators. And next, bitwise operators. What are the bitwise operators? So let me try to, okay, first before that bitwise operators, actually when we have to use these bitwise operators are, this is very actually, okay, meanwhile, let's try to understand this. Okay. So when do we need to use the bitwise operators? Actually, this is bits wise actually. If you it will act as a individual bits. So in real time where we can use these bitwise operators. If you want to encrypt the data or if you want to compress the data, and also when you deal with the graphics programming or communications or socket programming or overall, I mean, embedded system level. So if you want to design any applications or develop any programs related to this kind of situations, we will use the bitwise operator. In general, I mean, we don't use, I mean, in this situation only we can use it. Mainly, let's try to understand this bitwise operator. It's a bit big concept. So here, I'll try to explain in from the scratch. We'll see. So before understanding this bitwise operator, I'm saying bitwise operator acts upon a bitwise operator, bits wise, right? So we know that computer system understand the binary language, right? So we have to understand the binary system, binary system, and number system. We can say binary number system. Before understanding the binary number system, we have to understand the decimal number. Okay, decimal number system. Okay, decimal number system. So we all know that decimal number system has a base of 10, right? Okay, let's base of 10 we can consider. If you want to create single digit number, how you will create based on the base of 10? Suppose 10 to the power of 1. That means what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Suppose if I want to create a double digit number base of 10, how I can create? 10 to the power of 2. 10 to the power of 2 means same way, just okay, or here only I'll create. Before this 9, just add 0. Okay, this is a 10 to the power of 2, right? So, and similarly, this is a 0 to 9 and 11. How it will create? And again I'll create 0 to so and so 9. And similarly, just I'll put as 1. So, this is a 10 to 20. Like this, so you can create a 10 to the power of 2. That means double digit number we are creating like this, right? Suppose I have one decimal number. Suppose let's take 153. Let us take. Okay, this is a decimal number. How can I convert this into a power of 10, 10 to a base of 10? So let's say so for 3, right? 3 in the sense 3 into 10 to the power of 0 plus 5 value. 5 into 10 to the power of 1 and what's the 1? 1, how can I represent with the base form? 1 into 10 to the power of 2. Okay. So how it will become? This is a 153. Like this, you can we can represent with the power of base of 10, right? So let's see how binary number system works. This is a this we can say decimal number systems we have seen, right? How binary will work now? Suppose if I want to create any binary numbers, one binary numbers, we can say one digit binary number. How we can create 2 to the power of 1. That means 0, either 0 or 1. And similarly, if I want to create two digit binary numbers, how I can create 2 to the power of 2. That means similarly 0, 1, right? 2 to the power of 0, 1. So just add 0, 0 here. Again, repeat this 0, 1 here, 1, 1. Like this, I can create the two-digit binary values here. Now, if I want to create 2 to the power of 3, how I can create 2 to the power of 3? Similarly, add 0, 0, 0, 0 here. Again, repeat 0, 1, 0, 1, right? So, 0, 0, 1, 1, add 1, 1, 1, 1. So, what is this value? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 1, 1 is a 7. This is a binary number, right? Binary number of this is a digit number, a decimal number. These are the binary numbers. Now let's try to understand the bitwise operator, how Java works. We know that we have bitwise operators. So mainly we can use bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise XOR. We can call this as a XOR. This is a bitwise AND. This is a bitwise OR. So now try to segregate. Suppose A, B, I have two values, bitwise N, bitwise R, XR. A is a, suppose A consider 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. These are the possibilities, right? Either 0, I mean, possibility of A, B. So if it is a and if I use the bitwise operator N, what will happen? If 0 into 0, 0, it will happen. And 0 and 1, it will become 0 and 1 become 1 0, right? 1 0, it will become 0. 1 1, it will become 1. If I use bitwise OR operator, what will happen is it will 0 and 0 0, 0 and either 1, 0 or 1. If it is 1 means OR operator, we know that 1. So 0 1, here also 1, it will become 1 into 1. That means 0, sorry, R, right? 1, either 1 is 1, it will be there 1. Similarly, it will inverted way it will work. Suppose both are 0, it will become 0. In either one of 1 is there, 1, it will become 1, and both are 1 means 0. So in this way, Java can understand. Suppose, okay, let's take one example. I have 5 and 2 values. What will happen here is, what's a 5 value? 5 value is, as we are aware of that, 0, 1, 0, 0, right? 1, 0, sorry, 1, 0, 1, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 0, 1. Okay, 1, 0, 1. Okay, what is the value of 2? 0, 1, 0. 0, 1, 0. If I use bitwise operator here, okay, what's the outcome? Outcome is 0, 0, 0. If I use same 5 value, 2 value, OR operator, if I use OR operator means this one, right? Bitwise OR. What will happen? So it will become 1, 1, 1 in the same fashion of this one calculation. And similarly, if I use 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, vice versa. So similarly, if you calculate like this, I mean, if you use this refer this, same way it will become 1, 1, 1. That is nothing but 1, 1, 1 means what? 7 is output. This is also 7. This is a 0, like this. So let's quickly try to execute this. We'll see how we'll get this bitwise operator, like how we can get the operator. Okay, let me take this out. These are the previous things. I'm just disabling. Now, bitwise operator, right? Now, if you see, I am just taking two values here, 5 and 2. As I explained you, similar way, if I run this, what will happen? Bitwise 0, because bitwise 0, bitwise OR operator is 7, AND operator is 7. This is an explanation of this. Okay. I mean, you can pause the video and you can see, so that you will try to understand this one. Okay. So next one is uh, ternary operator. What's a ternary operator? Ternary operator, this actually it works with the three variables actually. So the syntax is variable expression one. This is a ternary operator, question mark. Okay. This is a ternary operator. After this expression, you can use it. We'll try to understand this ternary operator so that you will get, suppose if I take ternary operator here, see if you see my screen. So let's say I have two variables, int I equal to 1, j equal to 5. Okay, if I'll use this if condition, okay, if else condition I'm just taking. See what I'm doing here is, just let me try to print the j. Okay, what is happening here? If I equal to 1, you can print the 6 or 7. So if I try to run it, what will happen? It will print the 6 because I equal to 1. That is the reason it is printing 6. So similarly, if I don't want to use this if else condition, I can just use the ternary operator. Suppose see, this is a logic. If I equal to 1, then print 6. If not, then print 7. Let's try to quickly run this so that you'll get understand. See, 6, because this logic is I equal to 1. That is the reason it is printing 6. Suppose if I equal to not 1, let me change the I value. What will happen? See, it will print 7 because this logic is 7, right? If it is this statement is not true, then it will print a 7. This is about the ternary operator, we can say. Okay, next operator, what we have? Dot operator. Dot operator is straightforward. Dot operator, we know, right? Dot. Actually, many cases we are using, like if you want to refer the class name, suppose this is a package name, right? Package name dot we are using. This is a class name. Similarly, variable name. How you can do that? Variables either by using class name or object name, right? Suppose any class name dot variable name or object name dot variable. Similarly, method level also we can use this dot operator. Suppose method name how? Class name dot method name or object name dot method name. So in this way, dot operator we can use. And last one is instance operator. Instance of operator. This will By using this, what we can do is we can identify whether the object is in the same class or not. So just we can use the instance of. This is a object. Syntax is actually object name. Object name, instance of, class name. Whether this object is related to this class or not, we can find out by using this operator, instance of operator. Let me quickly show you. Suppose, okay, see, I'm creating one object for this class. Okay, what is my class name? Hello world is my class name. Class name, object name, new, class name. We know how to create the object, right? Just HW is a object name here. I'm just checking HW is instance of this class or not. Just quickly just try to run it. It will become true because this object is belongs to this class. So in this way, it will instance of operator we can use. I hope you can understand this complete operators. Thanks for watching.